So the saga that is the downfall of Diddy continues as Diddy tries again for another time to make bail. His lawyers are arguing to the judge that the video that he was presented, the one that we all saw of him harming Cassie at a now closed Intercontinental Hotel back in 2016, was edited. And of course, we have a quick update in regards to Jussie Smollett, his conviction. You remember the jail time that he had still not completed. Apparently, his conviction has been overturned by the Illinois Supreme Court. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So before we get to your Diddy update, we have to talk about Jussie Smollett. So you know we've been covering and talking about Jussie Smollett, and we're fair here, or at least we try to be fair. We've been covering this Jussie Smollett situation since it's taken so many twists and turns. So this morning, as I woke up here in LA after a successful Kempire After Dark LA show, I saw the breaking news that Jussie Smollett's conviction has been overturned. Okay, I'm just going to give you the details before I give you my opinion. So TMZ writes this in regards to what happened. They said, in regards to this overturn, they said this means that Jussie Smollett's conviction in the hate crime hoax case is now reversed, and he cannot be tried again, according to the Illinois Supreme Court. Illinois' High Court ruled Thursday that Jussie's deal with Cook County prosecutors when they originally dropped the case against him had to be honored. State Attorney Kim Foxx struck a plea deal with the actor requiring him to forfeit his $10,000 bond and to do 15 hours of community service. The court's ruling says that Jussie's held up his end of the deal. He actually did 18 hours of service. He should not have been subject to a second prosecution. That's when he was convicted of felony disorderly conduct and sent to jail briefly until he appealed the decision. So he has been sentenced to 30 months probation with the first 150 days to be served in Cook County Jail. You'll recall Jussie made an emotional and defiant exit as the bailiff took him out of the court following his conviction. So in its ruling, the Illinois Supreme Court said, "Today we resolve a question about the state's responsibility to honor the agreements it makes with the defendants." In its decision, the court simply said, the state is bound by the agreement. So Ninai Uche tells TMZ, this was not a prosecution based on facts. Rather, it was a vindictive persecution, and such a proceeding has no place in our criminal justice system. Ultimately, we are pleased that the rule of law was the big winner today. He continues that he thinks that the case was swayed by popular opinion, but prosecution should be based on the facts. The public wanted Jussie convicted and was not interested in reasonable doubts. They said, note, celebs and other well-known people face an uphill battle in court nowadays. Probably why Diddy wants to kind of play this whole public battle in regards to PR. It's worth noting the Supreme Court did not weigh in on the merits of the actual case against Jussie. That's important to know. And instead only focused on the deal prosecutors struck with him. So this doesn't mean that Jussie Smollett is innocent, that he didn't create some hoax. What they're saying is the prosecution dropped the ball at the very beginning. They shouldn't have made that deal with him, and they should have moved forward at that particular time in regards to investigating him. But please understand, Jussie will probably go around saying, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. You see that this was overturned. So as you know, this case goes all the way back to January of 2019 when Jussie initially claimed that he had been a victim of a hate crime. Two men shouted to him, "This is MAGA country." No, it really is. And aren't you a slur for a gay man? From N-word from Empire, as they put a rope around his neck and threw liquid on him, which he believed to be bleach. Those two men turned out to be brothers, as you know, the Nigerian brothers who were friends with Jussie. They told police that Jussie had paid them to stage the whole attack. The reversal of Jussie's conviction is reminiscent of Bill Cosby's case. Remember, he was actually doing time in prison when the Pennsylvania Supreme Court reversed his conviction, citing a deal prosecutors had struck to not prosecute him in exchange for him sitting for a deposition in the Andrea Constant case. So that's the thing about law. I'm not an attorney. Always will remind you guys that. I'm not an attorney. However, based on what I'm seeing here, the prosecution dropped the ball from the very beginning. And then because of public pressure, because they're like, this is clearly, this guy made this up. This is not 100%. And they wielded to, this is what the Supreme Court is saying, they wielded to public pressure and decided to prosecute him again where they got a conviction. But the Supreme Court is saying, no, you have to honor the original agreement. And by law, Look, I'm not going to argue it. Do I still think that Jussie Smollett created a hoax and tried to garner attention and this entire time has been out here saying, oh, I was attacked and standing by it? No, I still think that something is wrong with Jussie Smollett. But I will say the prosecution dropped the ball in actually getting justice in this situation. But Jussie, I hope that you can move forward with your life. Speaking of someone that's not going to be able to move forward with their life, Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs, as you know, is sitting at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, still awaiting bail. As you know, he's been denied bail 2 times. I believe there's a hearing on Friday in regards to this. This is why we're getting more and more information. And according to Diddy's attorneys, they're saying that the prosecution's case against Diddy is thin. They did have a small legal win in which his jailhouse notes, his jail cell notes, had to be destroyed, could not be used in this bail hearing from the prosecution, because the prosecution has said Diddy has been manipulating his children in order to, present a certain way on social media. They're saying that he was communicating on 3-way calls, on these phone calls. He was using inmates' PAC numbers, and they also said that he admitted to paying off a witness in these jailhouse notes. Well, now in their effort to get him out of jail, they're saying that the video, which is probably one of the most damning things that they have against him, saying that this man is dangerous. He should not be free. They also were saying that he's been breaking rules since he's been in jail. So what makes us think that he's not going to continue to break rules outside of jail? He's going to continue to break rules inside of jail, outside of jail, but I wonder if, I just don't know here in regards to, in my personal opinion, he should stay there. However, legally, that at the end of the day, my personal opinion is not going to what's going to keep him in jail. Our personal opinions is not what's going to keep Diddy in jail. Legally, very much like the Jussie Smollett situation, what is legally right here? One of the other arguments that they presented was that the Eastern District of New York allowed the Abercrombie CEO to be released on a $10 million bond. And they have very similar allegations. I'm not, pushing for Diddy. I'm just trying to be fair and give you the perspectives that Diddy's attorneys are playing out here. And the whole reason that Diddy's attorneys want him free is so that they can work on the case. They have a crunch time right now because this is supposed to go to trial on May 5th of next year. Right around my birthday. Just when I'm ready to go on a birthday trip. Diddy going to court. Who knows? We shall see. That's the date they've set so far. Newsweek updates us in regards to the Cassie video and what they're saying. They're saying that the Cassie video that the judge saw was edited. Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs argued that the 2016 video of him physically assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura is an edited version of surveillance footage. I'm sure you've seen the video footage. Okay, even if it's edited, how does that change what we see? We see you harming someone and we see her on the floor being harmed. In court documents filed on Thursday ahead of Combs' bail hearing Friday, the disgraced mogul's defense claims that the government had had more complete version of the video footage from the Intercontinental Hotel, but gave the judge, quote, an edited, manipulated version of the video published by CNN. They claim the government provided the court with the edited footage to make Combs seem more dangerous in an attempt to deny him bond as he remains behind bars awaiting his May trafficking trial. Friday, Combs will be Combs' 3rd attempt at bond. Judges previously decided that he would be a flight risk and a danger to the community, including alleged victims and possible witnesses. Combs' lawyer said Thursday that an analysis by forensic video analyst Connor McCourt explains that the video the government submitted to the court omits footage corroborating the defense's account, changed the sequence of events in material respects, and does not accurately depict the events. His team asked to play a 20-minute video of McCourt's analysis during the Friday's bond hearing. They also said that McCourt could testify Friday if the court wanted to hear from him. Prosecutors claim that the 2016 video depicts Ventura trying to flee one of Combs' freak-offs and as trafficking, while his defense says that the footage captures, quote, a sad glimpse into a decade-long consensual relationship between Combs and Ventura. Here's the thing, it's dangerous because we know that there are plenty of people in consensual relationships that are abusive and toxic, and the people that are committing the abuse should be in jail. So the case against Diddy continues to unfold. Like I said before, he did have a small win in regards to having some of the evidence that the prosecution wanted to use against this third bail attempt. But we shall see. If you want an update when it comes to this Diddy situation, as I've said before, it feels like YouTube is suppressing the Diddy videos that I've reported recently. So if you missed any of our updates, we had a couple of updates this week alone. So be sure to go to my actual page and check them out. And I will hear what you guys have to say in regards to this new update about Diddy claiming that the video footage is edited and does not depict the true nature of who Sean Diddy Combs is. As always, guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you.